And welcome back to another episode of the Space Engineers with me, yes, me. Well, it's a beautiful day outside. We're having a good old time. So with our hydrogen tanks refilled, let's go ahead and hop back in the menu down here, get ourselves a fresh bottle or two. Throw this partial one there, okay? And let's go downstairs and see what we've come up with since the last time you saw us. And there you have it. Look at this. We went ahead and added a couple of thrusters on it, some lights to make sure we can see what the hell we're doing. But there it is. Yeah, look at some motors. Why those are on the floor, I don't know. Wow, our inventory's full. Let's fly out here real quick. Dump 113 those off. Wow. Apparently I left some motors lying around the ground, so we'll do this real clean up real quick. Collected up those motors, did 3 trips, and we've pretty much gone through almost 30% of hydrogen, 100% from our cell, and then about 20% of hydrogen. Anyway, so I'm off on a ramble. So we went ahead and threw some extra lights on it, some left to right thrusters. Ended up not needing to add extra batteries, or not batteries, no, reactors, there we go, that's the word I'm looking for. Brain's lost, I swear. So we got ourselves a little control seat up here and whatnot, and yeah, so it's really not too much to behold, it's just, that's what it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to not even attempt to try to take it out of that. I don't think it'll fit. I think it is way too big. In theory. What's its side profile like? I think it's just too tall. Yep. Anyway, so we're going to hop in this bad boy right here. We're going to turn our power back on. Unlock our landing gear. You can see our engines are already primed and ready. Give a quick short bursts up and get up out of the way here. And reposition our viewing so we can see what we're doing. And I forgot to set up the hotbar, so let's go ahead and go to our tools, get our drill. Okay. And reposition ourselves like this, kind of in the same hole area. Projection blocks. Let's go back this way a little bit. And then let's break some dirt, shall we? Okay, so about 22 meters is when we'll officially have reached our peak. Yep, about 22, 25, okay. Go ahead and spin ourselves around. Get on the landing right here. Alright, look at this. This is actually a pretty even Steven tunnel. Gonna race down to the bottom here. Not a bit deeper than what I was thinking, but we gotta get ourselves some steel plate. Start placing our venue, and we'll drive our welding truck over it. Have it, speaking of welding trucks, you notice the welders are still on it. I just about walked over there and got dead. $320 steel plates, so that'll be wide enough. Alright, okay, so not quite sure where the scrap metal came from, but whatever. I did kind of deform this just a little bit, not much, but just a little bit. So let's go ahead and figure what let's look for here. Probably don't want to see me through a whole episode of the sitting here placing blocks down. Rather see me driving that little car up here. Here. Steel plate. Let me give it a whirl. So let's go to a welders here. Really only need plumbing to the first one. Not the Yeah, the first one. So that one ain't gonna work out. Break. Or it'll pop the tire because it's mean like that. Okay. So first we want to make sure this is attached so we can readjust how these flow. So let's do a number. Oh wait, let's turn them on first. Let's see if it actually welds those things up. That'd be entertaining. So number 2. Let's try to do something. Well, that's one way to weld it. Hey, didn't fall. And shitballs, Batman. It's gonna see. This is what I need the damn full 6-way for. 3 extra holes causes we can't plumb to this middle one right here, which really doesn't matter as long as we got some to that one and some to the forward one. Oh wow. Need to go get hydrogen. Okay. So, it's a nice, good long runway. Now we just need to make it wider. And I wish I could put a large projection block on the front of this that would project large blocks to the side of me or whatever like that, and then I could just drive and build at the same time. The only way I think I'd be able to do that is with a large ship of this design. So, well, the old saying goes, there's nothing to it but to do it, so. Okay. So as we kind of recap, we've drilled our holes. It's completely dark again. Drilled our hole out there. We got our drill ship hiding out back out here because obviously it's going to end up wanting to be probably wider than this, but I'll have to display the projection and eyeball it. Go from there. We got the starts of our main part of our runway available. A couple blocks out from here is where I'll start amping it up. You can see it's already gone level here, so try to keep it a gradual level. What we may end up doing is step up, maybe not these because they're good, but the 3 ones might be better. Now let's have a look here. Let's take that off, this off. Let's go to here and 1x3s and the corners. So yeah, it makes it look a little bit smoother. So yeah, we ended up having a couple of these guys. Fiddlesticks. And then, of course, this would go out, and yada yada yada, until it gets flush with the ground, and then we'll add another stack. Keep going, you'll get flush with the ground, add another stack. Keep it smooth like this. It's kind of nice. Even up. So, hopefully it should be smooth enough that this little thing here, that's low clearance will still be able to make it up. Might have to change out the front of this for a little bit more of an angle, because we still got a lot of suspension to travel, so not like we can't afford a bounce or two. Anywho, well, next time, next place, you'll get to see this done as it is, and we'll throw the projection on just to kill our sim speed and all the other jazz to kind of give you an idea. There you go. Let's go to projector block. It's right down there. Projector's still in place. Let's go ahead and turn it on and watch our sim speed crash. Surprisingly, it didn't crash. And it rotated my ship upside down and moved it. Isn't that fantastic? Why it did it, I don't know. It shouldn't have rotated it. There's no reason for that. Roll 90, 180. There we go. Vertical offset it up. About there. Kinda don't realize how big this ship really is until you put it in something. Wow, that's almost scraping the roof right there. Most likely it'd scrape the roof right there. Just doesn't seem like it's that big of a ship, apparently, until they put it in here, and then it really seems like it is. So I'll go a little bit more to the over here. Let's access this panel here. Wish that these panels, when placed on a block, especially something like this, would take you directly to this one. Kind of give you an idea. This ship could squeak it, I think. It would be definitely would be kind of squeaking it, but it could be pulled out of here as it is. So I'm gonna have to make, I found out in my testings, I'm gonna have to add, build on some attachment port things that would attach. Where's those spots at? There's spots right, yeah, right here. Okay. It would have to attach and could be additional thruster boosts to be able to get this thing off planet, because unless it's set up with the adjusted speed like what I have on my setup, then it won't make it. It falls short. Keep projection. That'll probably all change here, so whatever, toggle it off. But anywho, so got to see the big ship again. So I'm gonna call it right there. You guys got to see some placements and spent some more time underground instead of above ground, and so here we are again.